Not good enough. From every rooftop of this outrageously priced, undrivable hockey graveyard, not good enough. Geez, I mean, you start at a 15. Where do you go from there? There's no Avs fans if I were you segment tonight. You take your 2 points and go. There's no intro tonight, and I feel bad for that because I'm depriving Leafs fans of yet another thing because they didn't get a hockey game. Every single player who put on this jersey for this game failed. To a man, everyone failed. It was awful. Top to bottom, pointing one player out won't do it justice, but believe me, I'm going to point out a few. Every aspect of this game was unacceptable. Stanley Cup contender, my ASCII squo. Stanley Cup contender, worry about contending for home ice in the first round, which you're going to get knocked out of at this rate, by the way. The right side of defense isn't good enough. I am sorry. Nothing's good enough. Before this game, Mike Babcock goes, I'm going to put the Hyman Tavares Marner line on the McKinnon line, the big line for Colorado. And he did that for a reason, because when he said that, I'm like, I know. That's the Leafs' top line right now, and the Avs are known as a one-line team, so of course you would try to shut down that one line. This was Babcock publicly challenging his top line, his best line. Shut down this one line. They're a good team, but you shut down this one line. You ought to be okay. Does this sound familiar? It's Boston. Try to keep up. He issued them a challenge, and they failed. Something the Leafs have been doing so well for so long this season. They had the 2-0 lead. They've been so good at protecting those leads, and they failed consistently recently. Yeah, but the goal was waved off. Who cares? That happened last week, all right? Personally, I think if the attacking team happens to go offside, they have possession in your end, you take it away from them, they take it back, and Per Lindholm scores on you, you should shut your mouth for the rest of your life. But the rule is what it is. We saw this in the Nashville game. The NHL has no idea what it's doing, but that's been true forever. Cry about it. Nazem Kadri getting stripped clean. Not good enough. I don't even give a damn about the lack of goal production. I have enough faith in him that he's going to get it done. But if you're not scoring, you better not be doing that. But as if he should be the only Leaf criticized. William Nylander and Austin Matthews. I'm starting to think they don't want to play together. Because every time they do, dash. Especially Matthews. I love Matthews. This game was served up on a platter. And this was a soft, lackadaisical performance. Which I might see that performance and not say that for another player. But I know what Austin Matthews is capable of. And I'm just watching this game, I'm like, are you joking? You can't be playing with two guys who are in their first full season in the National Hockey League and be the third best member of that line. For the past week or two, Marlowe's looked like a pensioner. I thought this was one of Hainsey's best performances of the season, and it was still bad. Someone want to tell this guy you don't get points for hitting someone in the shins? Was Oshie off the best defender tonight? Dermott, I love you, buddy. You can't be getting beaten like that. You cannot be getting beaten like that if you're going to be the Leafs' second pair left D next year. Pray to the hockey god you're the Leafs' second pair left D next year. Because Jake. Oofah! We've tried yelling. We tried booing. I don't think that's going to accomplish anything. I've even tried beating him with a fish. I am done defending this player. I can't do it. Oh, surprised you're not defending him like you always do. I don't blindly defend him. I just lay out facts, and I apologize if you struggle with those. Guys good offensively, they're going to have trouble replacing that production. It's just true. In his own end, he didn't figure it out. He hasn't figured it out, and I'm not convinced he's going to figure it out. How many chances do you give a guy? I'm done. Man, I think you all need to relax. Look at where they are in the standings. It's January. Yo, I don't care about the regular season standings. I never saw the Capitals swimming in a fountain with the President's Trophy. And I've seen so much analysis over this. Oh, they need to play heavier. They gotta be meaner. They have to give a general damn! And when I said this team failed top to bottom, I'm not just talking about the players. I'm so sick of watching the coach identify problems and then not address them. Or maybe he's tried to address them and they haven't been fixed. Frankly, I don't really care which one it is. You're paid handsomely. Figure it out. You're supposed to be the genius here. And every team in a cap world is gonna have strengths and weaknesses. And the Leafs' weakness of playing defense was not addressed. You know, Lou Lamoriello always said, if you have time, use it. Well, the trade deadline is still a month and a half away, and I guess you've got a better poker face than me. You know, I used to think, this isn't so bad. We should be grateful after all those hard years of bad teams. Yeah, but I mean, heartbreak used to be not winning the draft lottery in April. And that heartbreak only took a few minutes. If this team breaks this city's hearts over 1 or 2 weeks in the first round again, I don't know how I'm gonna handle it. That's it. That's all there is to say, isn't there? I want the Leafs to win the Stanley Cup. Don't you? Of course you do. But that's too many steps ahead. Leafs can't win the Stanley Cup until they play like a Stanley Cup contender. So, Leafs, my Christmas wish, sorry it's a little late this year, is for you to play like Stanley Cup contender in January, February, March, April, May, and June. And if that sounds like a really long time or hard, get off of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Trust me, I think Leafs fans fans know what a bad player looks like. We've seen this movie before and we're sick of watching it. I mean, we've seen some good movies too. It's just a bummer that they're all in black and white. If you want to make a movie in blue and white, I'm excited to see what you got. So, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching this extraordinarily loud cry for help or whatever this was. Click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. You know what? I'm not done. This is the first. I haven't done this before, so I imported all the footage, and I didn't feel great about it. So I came downstairs, and I'm going to talk some more. And I'm not deleting anything I said in the first bit. That was heat of the moment, emotional stuff. I'm leaving it in. No sugarcoating. Was it harsh? Yeah. Was it fair? I thought so. Was it reactionary? Yeah. As I was shooting the video, I didn't see the circus fire that was social media after the game. People did what they did after Game 7. Again, they went on Gardner's Instagram, even though he hasn't posted in a long time, and they posted all kinds of crazy crap. Looked like he was gonna cry in his presser. LMFAO, literally your eyes were watering. Just play better. It's simple. You can get mad after a game. Can't even criticize anymore. Yes, you can, stupid. You can get mad, you can criticize, you can even yell. But would it kill you to not act like such a sociopath? If you post this sort of thing, if you posted it after this game, if you posted it after Game 7, if you posted it at any time, and the Leafs win the cup, stay your ass home. I forgot to ask a question, and it's a very important question after a loss like this, but I was emotional. I let my emotions get the best of me and I forgot. Are you in? The question's not, are you in for just the wins? Are you in just for the cup? If you're actually in, you're in for the losses too. Talked about Leafs. Players need to be better. Coaches, management. You want a tough pill to swallow? From Jerry D. I've been a Leafs fan my whole life. That sounds familiar. I often hear we have the best fans in the world. Not a chance. First of all, we have the quietest rink in the league. Now we are booing our players. Best fans in the world are loud at home games, and they don't boo players on a whim. What, you can't even boo anymore? Yeah, you can boo. In the same way that I'm allowed to call you an idiot for doing it. Whatever, man, I paid my money. Yeah, well spent too. Go home. Hope you called a cab. Take a deep breath. This game sucked. They'll probably have some others that suck. Hopefully, they'll have a lot more that are better. The team has to improve. And so do we. I'll include myself in that. So if you're not in, by all means, go spend your money elsewhere, sir. The Leafs need to build a championship team, and we need to become a championship fan base. We're not there yet. Do you want to get there? All right. Are you in?